Eddie, my question, where did you get the ideas to do what you're doing?
Well, my ideas, I just got it from me.
No, I'm talking about you put together a website to Free Canada. Where did you get those ideas to Free Canada?
Well, you inspired me, you inspired me when I saw what you were doing, and I said, okay, Drake is doing this, okay, what can I do, okay? I went with what I know. Me, I'm very good, I'm a born leader, I'm very good at getting things done. So I say, okay, how to get this whole thing done? First of all, it needs to educate people, and that's how I got to the website, in order to educate people, in order to have people talking together, and then this is how you're gonna make a better tomorrow. This is why I say on my website, educate yourself in order to create a better tomorrow, and I have done that. And the people that have contacted me, I have spread everything and split everything in province, and I'm splitting the province into town. So I'm putting everybody in contact with each other. You see where I'm going with this?
So you're building an organization, basically, then.
Yeah, I'm educating everybody, okay? And the thing that I see the most in all this, Drake, is people.
Yes.
They are so happy when they talk to me, because the common theme that I get for people is they say, "Oh, I was all alone. I know about all this, but I don't know how to start to make a positive change, in my town, And then I said, well, you're not alone in your town. I have somebody else here. Get in contact with that person, and you become the expert in your town with your people, and then you can figure out what's working best and what needs to be refined,
Yep. Now, so basically, you're getting out to almost the whole country.
All the country, everywhere, even in Yukon. I have even people in Yukon, Drake.
Okay. Well, this is the reason I'm asking these questions. I already know some of the answers, but the reason I'm asking these questions is because there are a large number of people in Europe who want to know how to go about accomplishing the basis of what is going on in the United States. Now, there are several things that go into this that some people may not be aware of. Most, and this is the main one, most of the revolutionary or change of government ideas and actions are successful usually only if they are in conjunction with the military of the country. Now, the people, that's the individuals, should be those basically in charge of their own country. This is freedom. The difference between that and what we have now should be obvious to just about anybody. So go ahead and take it away, Lady Dragon.
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right. This is why I tell to my people, wherever you are, which city you are in, okay, whatever the name of the city, let's say Cityville, okay, I want you to become a leader in your city. I want you to know your city from A to Z. I want you to become an expert in that city, so you know what is working, what is not working, and because people say, oh, the arrest going to happen, blah, blah, blah. Never mind the arrest, okay? Even if the arrest happens tomorrow morning, it's not going to be ping, ping, ping tomorrow night, Still, stuff's going to need to be done. I mean, Drake and everybody can remove a certain amount of people, but, in your little town, they're still going to have people at a different position, and it doesn't mean to be in the politics. People don't seem to grasp that concept, but it's everywhere. It needs to be changing. I will give you an example, Drake, okay? Let's say that you are in your little town, okay, and you have 4 farmers only, okay? And 3 farmers are doing farming with organic food, okay? And then there's 1 farmer doing with GMO food. Well, that's going to screw up the entire surrounding, And what we need to know, if let's say we know our city and we know what's going on with the farming, we will know that gentleman is using GMO food. The thing is to talk with him, educate him, and to show him the way that is going the wrong way, It's not good and for anybody, okay? And help him convert it into a real organic thing. This is what people don't understand about the whole thing.
Well, I see a couple of things missing in all this, and I'm going to bring them up.
Okay.
And one of those is that in the group, parts of the group that are working here in the States, there's a lot of ladies in there. Now, we were talking earlier today. We had a conference call among the group of people who are interested in what we can do and things of this nature. And we thought that the ladies might want to be interested in something that has been found to work. It's called the Pots and Pans Terrorists. Everybody I know of, every lady, has some kind of a big pot. And almost every one of them has got some kind of a big spoon to stir whatever you might want to fill that with. Now, if every lady in a town starts marching around in circles around City Hall, beating on that pan or that pot, I guarantee that the people inside that City Hall are going to get awfully nervous. And everybody should know that some of the revolutions, and I'm talking about the major ones, the ones that are famous you read about in the history books, they leave one little thing out, and that was that great political and freedom movements have been fostered by ladies. Now, gentlemen, I want you to pay particular attention to this. You don't know what they might do to your laundry, first of all. Number two, you eat things that those ladies make. Watch what they might put in your food. And you got to sleep in that house at night. So my suggestion is that you might want to pay attention to the lady in your life. And the main thing I'm getting at is this. We had a thing in the United States where ladies couldn't vote. The ladies got together and decided they were going to vote. The men told them, you don't know your place. There were men who had portions of their anatomy shaved that they probably didn't want shaved. Some found things in their food that really weren't cool. Some of them found that instead of clean water, the ladies had gone down and dipped their clothes in the creek, and it sort of smelled like Old Dead Fish Creek. So there are ways for ladies to accomplish things, and personally, I let my wife decide what goes on. It's easier that way. I don't have to worry about so many things. But the main thing that I've found is that the ladies, and I'm not talking about a liberation movement. I'm just talking about ladies who've got the good common sense and capability to take some action doing so. Now, I will say one thing, Lady Dragon. Is it possible, and I'm going to ask you, I have trouble keeping up with the speed at which you talk. And the reason I'm asking, I would hate to have our listeners not be able to understand what you're saying because you're talking so fast they can't keep up. So can you slow down just a hair so that everybody hears you?
Yeah, I apologize. Because like you said, I'm very passionate about the whole thing.
Yes. So anyway, what Lady Dragon's done, this is a lady who has done this, who's getting things going in the whole country. Now, anybody who does not think that women have at least the same capability as men in almost every aspect, some better than others, needs to go back to school. Quite honestly, I have found a lot of ladies that are a whole lot smarter than most of the men I've run across, because men think they got a free ride. A lot of men still have the attitude problem towards ladies. A lot of companies don't pay them the same, and things of this nature. So there's a lot of things that ladies can show that probably will change a whole lot of attitudes, and this is what I'm requesting. And there's two reasons for that. Most households, the men think they're in charge when it's really the lady. Men would like to think they're in charge, but I've found out that it's easier, gentlemen, to not have to worry about what might happen in the middle of the night, be put in your food, or the condition of your laundry, to just accept the fact and let the lady pretty much, in general, run things. It's not hard. It's not difficult. If there's something she doesn't know about what she's doing, that's all you got to do is just help her to where, it goes like this, right down the line, no problem. And then you turn her loose with it, see what she does. I guarantee you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Now, my lady happens to like doing what she does in terms of the household and being able to be of direct value, not just in our relationship, but in our lives. She actually does a lot of things a lot better than I do. She's actually helped me be the person I am. Okay, Lady Dragon, the question comes to this. As you started this, have you been growing, by leaps and bounds? A lot of people listening to what you got to say, and getting to your website and finding out what's going on?
Yes, I have. Every single day, I have people coming, emailing me, and saying that they want to get involved. Every single day, we're making progress. I was on a conference call this afternoon with PEI. I have young men in PEI working. Actually, they are part of Occupy PEI, and they are working in growing Occupy. They are working with me in getting in touch with all the Occupy of Canada. They are putting a list of all their contact and friends to all the Occupy in Canada as we speak. And we're going to be contacting all the Occupy of Canada to say that Occupy Canada, you're not alone. We are here to help you as well. I have them working with all their friends that they have all over Canada to say that you're not alone. And there's two gentlemen, one is 24 years old and one is 26 years old. Like I have, if we go quite across the other opposite of Canada, like in BC, I have lots of people in BC, people that are working, like you said, with the Constitution, and not, and this is totally the opposite of PEI. PEI, they are young people, and PEI, they're in a lot of trouble because there's no job over there. As opposed with, if we go to BC, there's tons of job there, and the people I'm working with, these are like high up type of people, engineer, man that have a man, my man in charge of BC, he's an engineer too. He builds cities, so he's not to a spade, you know what I'm saying? And I have another gentleman, actually Terry, who is listening right now with Tammy. He's an expert in video making team. So you have people, all walks of life, you know what I'm saying? And they are all fed up, and they all want to change stuff. And every time they speak to me, they all say, well, like you know me, Drake, I have loads of energy, So they always say to me, oh, I'm so happy to know that you're here. You have so much energy. You inspire me, I have another gentleman in Manitoba. He helps build hospital, and he says to me, oh, I'm going to make a website for only for Manitoba because they have a lot of problem with vaccine there and fluoride. So he's going to focus on that. I have another gentleman in Yukon. He is a dentist for horses. And he said, oh, I'm so happy to have met you. I'm talking to people in Yukon. There's a lot of people awake. So it's not the people are not awake. It's just they have never found an avenue to voice their voice. Now they have avenues. They talk to me, and I give them projects to work on. And we're fairly new, but we're making a lot of progress, I must say. And I'm very pleased with